Welcome back to the Yoga Pandit Teacher Training course. We are looking at the various reasons for human suffering and why we need to do yoga. So, today we will look at the five vrittis of mind. We have already looked at the Adhyatmika, Adibhautika, and Adidevika reason. Then we also looked at the three states of mind which are considered as Rajas, Tamas, and Sattva. And it is not good to stay long in any of these states because that will cause us pain or shoka. So, what are the different vrittis of the mind? So, another reason for human suffering are the five different activities of the mind. And these five activities or vrittis which keep causing pain to the humans. Okay. So, according to the Yoga Sutra, chapter 1 and chapter 1, sixth sutra, it says that Pramana, Viparyaya, Vikalpa, Nidra, Smrtayaha. These are the five reasons why a person suffers. So pramana means the right understanding. Viparyaya means wrong understanding. Vikalpa means imagination. Nidra means sleep. And Smrtayaha means memory. So, according to Patanjali, these are the five vrittis which are constantly engaging a human mind and they are like going round and round. Vritta means round, okay? So, one or the other, these vrittis are engaging the human mind and they are in problems. So, as mind is being continuously fed by these five sense organs with the vrittis, it will be constantly fluctuating in these five states, causing a lot of utthana. Please remember this word. It will be causing a lot of utthana. Utthana means confusion, agitation, and distraction. Okay, it causes the utthana state of mind causes confusion, agitation, and distraction. So the whole goal of yoga is to attain nirodha. Remember in the previous class how we discussed our goal is not to be too much in rajas, not to be too much in tamas. We stay constantly in sattva, then move to ekagrata, then nirodha. Okay, so the whole goal of yoga is to attain nirodha. So, what is the need for this thing? Because why do we need to overcome these five riddhis of the mind? Because the samskaras, there are certain samskaras or conditioning developing. So we are either feeling good, like we are happy with the right understanding, sometime with wrong understanding, we are in pain. Sometimes imagining things is causing us happiness, sometimes imagination. For example, Harry Potter is a imagination. So how much we get pleasure when we go and watch Harry Potter. So sometimes certain things imagining gives us pleasure, but sometimes it also gives us pain. Then a restful sleep gives us pleasure, and certain memories give us pain, some certain memories give us happiness. So, what is saying that when these things are prevailing for a long time, what happens is a human being is in more in Vyuthana Samskara. Okay, Vyuthana means where there is disturbance in the body, breath, senses, and illness pervades. So, the more and more we are in the Vyuthana state for a long time, years together, it is going to cause us illness. So, what we have to do, we have to slowly progress towards Nirodha. Because body, breath, senses are balanced in this state, health and healing pervades, and a level of mental functioning characterized by consistent and focused attention prevails here. So that is the need for us to do a good yoga practice, pranayama practice to stay more and more in nirodha. So humans in their unawareness mostly prevail in Vitthana Samskara due to the three dukkhas and three states of mind and five vrittis, which they don't realize. Important, underline, mark, which many of us don't realize. Okay, until unless, for example, I realized all of this, I became aware of all of this only when I came into yoga. When first time my yoga teacher told me that these are the things that cause us problem, then only I had a realization. But by doing and being in the state of yoga, they can shift to Nirodha Samskara, which will help them to stay aware and practice Abhyasa and Vairagya. Okay, now you might ask, okay, we have come into yoga. Now we understand that there are three types of dukkhas. There are types of states of mind. We understand that there are five types of vritti. So what? So what is constantly when you're doing your practice, abhyasa and vairagya, move away from the things that are causing you problem. For example, if I know if I eat out, I should not go out and eat. If I know that if I'm seeing my cell phone till 11:30 or 12 p.m. in the night, I my sleep is evading me. I should stop this. I should bring vairagya to things that are not helping me. Okay, that's how you will slowly prevail in the Nirodha Samskara. Okay. Now, what is the role of yoga in these situations? The word yoga is derived from the Sanskrit word yuj, that means to join or to unite. So, what are you uniting? You are uniting the breath, the mind, and body, and union with mindfulness and awareness, union of the teacher and student, union of healer and practitioner. If you are going to teach classes in the future, you are the healer and you will have a practitioner. Right now, you are learning from me, so I'm the teacher and you are the student. So, union of me and you is going to bring a shift in your life. Okay, so what are we joining? We are joining the breath, mind, and body. So, there is a body that I have till now, till I came into yoga. I was not aware how am I taking care of my body. I didn't know how I was breathing. I don't know how I was thinking in my mind. Now I'm going to become aware of all the things that are happening within me. That awareness will take me to Yoga's Chitta Vritti Nirodha. It will help me to regulate the activities of mind. So, yoga is all about moving from Vyuthana or disturbing samskara to a Nirodha samskara where there is more stable, balanced thinking. So, when there is stable, balanced thinking, there is more clarity in my mind. I'm able to do things with more clarity at one go. I'm not kind of keeping things like, shall I do it? Shall I not do it? Shall I do it? Shall I not do it? No. At a go, I know what to do. If we can understand all these basic things about our existence, the vrittis, the gunas, the reasons for our dukkha, it will be easy for us to tweak the life onto the right path and we realize that we can achieve mastery over our own destiny and we can move to the next level, go up in the life, isn't it? Okay. Then there are certain things called parinama in chitta with the practice of yoga. So we have been discussing in the last few classes that we need to move away from the rajas and tamas and stay more and more in sattva. And then we should move slowly to ekagrata level. From there, we need to move to nirodha. So these moving from those lower states to higher states are called the parinama. Parinama means change. What are the changes happening in you? Changes that happen in your mind. Okay, the first level of change that happens is ekagrata. So why it is called the fourth state is the rest of the three states you already know, rajas, tamas and sattva. I'm using my mouse to write, so sometimes the writing and drawings are not coming properly. Excuse me for that. So the three lower states are called as rajas, tamas, sattva. Then the fourth level of state is called as ekagrata. Here, the mind is relatively clear, distractions have little influence, we have a direction, and most important of all, we can move forward. We can move forward in the direction that we want. We can move to the higher level. Okay, we choose to with all attention, and that this state corresponds to dharana. Okay, when you are able to move into the direction that you want, you can move to the direction up success in your life. So when you are able to do things with ekagrata, this is called as dharana. There is no distraction for you. By practicing yoga, one can create the conditions that gradually move the mind from the lower states to the ekagrata level. So our goal is not to oscillate too much at the lower levels. We want to go to the higher level. I want to be different from a person who is at low level that I'm seeing. One who is gossiping, one who is doing cheap things in life, one who is killing, one who is raping, one who is murdering. I don't want to be this. I don't want to accumulate karma in my life. I want to do something different. I want to go up and join this energy. Omkara Bindu Samyuktam. Okay, so by practicing yoga, one can create the conditions that gradually move the mind from the lower states to ekagrata level. And when ekagrata is fully developed, it peaks at nirodha. Okay, now, okay, what is this nirodha state? When we look at the nirodha state, it is also called as the Nirguna. The Rajas, Tamas, Sattva, everything falls off. That is the Nirguna. This is the fifth and final level at which the mind can operate. At this level, the mind is linked completely and exclusively with the object of its attention. Mind and object seem to merge into one. And to maintain the Sattva state, one needs to do more and more of meditation. Meditation here doesn't mean just closing our eyes and sitting. Ekagrata should flow in every work one does, without allowing mind to venture frequently. So it doesn't mean that you sit somewhere and do meditation only, but even wherever, whatever work you are doing, in that also you can flow the ekagrata. You can bring in the nirodha. For example, how many times if some of you who cook, see, sometimes you forget whether you added salt or not. Okay, sometimes when you are going out of station, after locking the house, you forget whether you locked or not. So in those states, if you are completely with dharana or focus or ekagrata, you need not come back, you need not bring back the auto again, get down, check the lock, pull it two times and go back again. So if you are more and more in the state of nirodha or ekagrata or dharana, you are present to the present moment, your problems will start coming down. Okay, these are the states. This is rajas. Okay, this is tamas. Most of us are oscillating here to here, but we keep coming back to the sattva. Okay, so when we are able to do a good asana practice, when we are able to do a good pranayama practice, when we are able to meditate little bit, we will move to a state called ekagrata. Ek, ek agrata. Ekagrata means one focus, one pointed focus. Then slowly, if you stay here longer and longer, then you move to a state called nirodha. Nirodha means you are stopping something. So you don't allow the unnecessary adhyatmika or other thoughts or vyuthana samskara to affect here. Because the gunas have ceased now. You have left the guna somewhere here. Yeah, you have moved up. So the more and more you move up, you see that there is a samyama happening. Samyama means union with whatever that you are wanting to do. Union with whatever you want to do. Sorry, not able to write clearly with the mouse. And then you achieve Kaivalyam. Kaivalyam is freedom from death and birth cycle. Death and birth cycle, which is what we are looking for, which is what we are working for. Got it? So, from the low levels, we slowly move to the higher levels. These are called as Chitta Parinamas, Ekagrata, Nirodha, Samyama, finally Kaivalyam are called as Chitta Parinamas. Parinama means changes, changes that happen in you when you are working on yourself with yoga and you're trying to reach the higher levels and move in a clear direction up. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We'll meet again in the next class with a new topic.